Yes, hi everyone. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, people.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. So I'll quickly share my screen and let's continue with the last discussion. All right. So yesterday we have discussed the basics of Jupyter Notebook, few shortcuts, and we have discussed some of the basic data types as well, right? And after that, we have discussed the indexing part, which again we are going to discuss it in the list or in the data structures as well, right? So to continue with that discussion, yeah, we have discussed till this point yesterday. Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss the list. So we are going to start with the data structures, right? What I'll do is I'll quickly open new notebook, new Python 3 notebook, and I'm going to rename this as day 2, which is 6th of October, and I'm going to start the discussion with the list. So the data structures are a special way of storing and accessing data. Every programming language has some built-in data structures, such as arrays, lists, and dictionaries, etc. In this module, we'll cover the most widely used Python data structures, starting with list. And I'm going to give you a few questions as well, depending upon this topics that we are going to learn. So how do you create a list? First of all, you create a list by opening and closing the square bracket. This is your list. So I have just created an empty list over here under the name of initial list. Initial spelling is wrong. So this is your initial, this is your blank list which we have created, right? Apart from that, list can have an elements, a list can have elements of different data types. So it can have integer, it can have float, it can have a boolean, it can have complex number, it can have string as well. So for an example, I'm interested to create a list over here under the name of DA languages is equals to R, comma, Python, comma, SAS, comma, Scala, comma, let's say 42. And unless and until, I mean, this is also fine. Print is also fine. Or simply if you write down D underscore languages, that is also fine to print this list. And if you just check type of this DA underscore languages, so it's a list, right? So in this way, you can print the list that you have created over there, right? Now, the next thing, as we have discussed, we can access the elements in a list by using indices. So for an example, suppose if I write down DA underscore languages, square bracket 0, I'm going to get the first element over there, which is
Hi, Vipul, you are not audible.
Yes, hi guys. I am having some network issue, connectivity issue, but it is resolved now. I'm audible now properly? Yes.
Yes, Vipul,
Yes,
you are
Vipul.
audible.
All right. Perfect. Just a minute. I am just. All right. So what we were discussing is we just have started with the list, and in that we have discussed the indexing part, which we already have discussed in the last session, right? Now we'll see from some of the functionalities in the list which is already available. We'll see a few methods. So first of all, I'll just write down append method, which is used to add the elements in the list. For an example, let's say I want to add one more programming language in this string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down da underscore languages dot append, and I'm going to add Java over here, right? So in this way, I've appended this string by using append method, and you have to write down the name followed by append and then Java. I mean, whatever you want to add, you can write down over there. And if I check d underscore languages, I'm going to get this in the output. So in this way, you can add the element, and append, what it does by default, it add elements in the end of the list. Now we have another method which is known as pop. What it does is generally it will remove the element in the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down da underscore languages dot pop, and I'm going to write down, let's say, if I don't mention anything, it will remove at the end. If you want to remove certain element by specifying an index over there, so you can write down that particular index. For an example, if I write 0, it is going to remove the element which is at the index number 0, right? So this is what we have. We have one more method to remove the element which is known as remove. So we can use that. It is also very simple. In pop, you have to specify the index, right? In remove, you need to write down the element which you want to remove. So I'll just mention the description over here. What does this remove will do? It removes the element at the end of the list. Sorry, not end of the list. It removes the element from the list. So over here, if I write down da underscore languages dot remove, and if I want to remove, let's say, this SAS, so I'll write down that over there, SAS. So it will remove that, right? And if I check what is there in this d underscore languages list, I only have this elements which is remaining over there, right? So this is what we have for remove. And if you want to add SAS, what you'll do, you'll just write down append. So it will add that, right? All right. So we have seen append, we have seen remove, we have seen pop. These are few methods that we have. So list is it is we say it is as mutable. What do you mean by mutable? Mutable means we can add elements, we can remove elements, we can add, remove, edit, delete, whatever you want to do, you can do it, uh, do that operation. So it is modifiable. You can modify that. Right? So that is mutable data structure that we have. Then what I'll do is I will create a new list and I'll just specify that I'll just write down new list is equals to DA underscore languages. What this will do, this is going to just assign all the values in this DA languages list for this variable, which is new underscore list. So if you write down new underscore list, you're going to get the same list over there. Right? So in this way, you can assign these values to the list out there. Now I have another list. We have another method in which you can just take a copy of the list. We have a copy method. So what does this copy will do? It will just create a copy of the list. So another underscore list is equals to DA underscore languages dot copy, open and close bracket. If you do this, you are going to create a copy of the list by using copy method. So this is also we have which generally makes a copy or creates a copy of the list, right? So in this session, we have seen pop method, we have seen remove method, we have seen append, and we have seen copy method, right? Apart from this, we do have multiple functions related to list, but that is not generally, you guys will not come across with that methods. So we can literally have a leverage to skip that part, right? In this analysis part, in the entire uh, analytics world, you guys are not going to use few methods apart from this, which are there for a list. What I'm trying to say is the developer guys who actually write down few lines of multiple lines of code, 100,000 lines of code, they will be actually dealing with advanced level of Python. As far as our thing is concerned, we are only going to use this thing, right? So you don't need to worry about the advanced coding thing which is there in Python. Whatever we are going to discuss, you can practice that and you can easily be able to create different machine learning models which is needed for our task, right? Now, what I want to do is, what I want you to do is, everyone, you can try this out. Everyone, I'll give you 5 minutes. Quickly try your hands on this. If you are getting stuck somewhere, if you are getting some error, you can let me know. And if all is good, I'll tell you one another method to create a list. All right. So it's 9:36. Give me 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. More specifically, 9:41. We are going to start with the next part here. And yes, I want you should make n number of errors so that we can learn from the error itself, right? So you are free to do any sort of error over here. I want you guys to make error over here so that we will learn from new errors that you are going to create, right? All right, so let's see another way to create a list. Now, for an example, let's say I'm what I'm doing is I'm creating a string over there, a sentence. Let's say uh, hi everyone. This is to inform you that I am not well today. So, uh, this is a string, right? If I just take if I just check type of sentence, it is a string, str. Now, if I use a method which is known as split, you will be able to create a list over here. So a underscore sentence dot split. And if you use this, and if you just print words in sentence, you will be able to create a list. So if you have been given a string and you have to convert that into a string into a list, you can use the split method, which generally converts your uh, string into a list. So it will split by each and every elements out there, each and every words. So hi, comma, split, everyone, split this. Split is to inform you that I am not well today, right? You can use split method by using some special characters as well. For example, if I just write down sentence in mail is equals to a underscore mail dot split, and I want it should split by using dot. Means wherever there is a dot or full stop, it should split that. And then if I just print this thing, sentence underscore in underscore mail in, okay. The sentence that we have created is a sentence, no? A sentence. So it will split wherever there is a dot or full stop. So full stop is over here. So it is going to split over there. For an example, let's say if I write down full stop, if I give full stop over here after hi everyone, and if I use this a underscore sentence dot split full stop, so wherever there is a full stop, I'm going to the it is going to get splitted over there. So hi everyone, comma, this is to inform you that I am not well today. This is what we have. Is it clear? This one, split method.
Yes, Vipul.
Yeah, perfect. Now suppose, let's say I am writing another sentence. I said this is to inform you that I not well today. I won't be coming to office, but I am available. I'm available on call. Full stop. Thanks. Again, full stop. So this is my uh, string, right? Now, if I just write down sentence underscore in underscore mail is equals to a underscore mail, the sentence that we have created, and I'm interested to split this with the dot. And then if I print sentences or sentence in mail, I'm going to get this output. So you can use split with anything, dot, wherever there is a special character or colon, you can use anything. You can use hyphen as well, underscore as well, dot as well. right? Now, let's say mail is equals to this dot join, and then sentences underscore in underscore mail, and I'm going to print the mail. What I'm going to get is I'm going to get this thing. So we are just joining this sentence in mail, which we have splitted earlier by using dot. This is to split the sentence, and join is used to join the sentences. So if you have multiple sentences like this, hi, safe, this is to inform you that I am not well today, I am not coming to office. You have multiple sentences in a list. You can join that by using this join method. So in a quotes, you are going to join whatever is there inside sentence underscore in mail, which is nothing but this thing. Is it clear, everyone? Join method. Now we have, let's say mail underscore new. Let's use and in between to join this. Join sentences underscore in underscore mail. And if you print mail underscore new, why I'm writing sentences all the time? Yeah. So it will join the sentences in mail, this thing, by using and. So this is your one sentence. It will use and to join that. This is another sentence. After that, it will be and. Sorry, this is just a minute. Wherever there is sentence, suppose this is one sentence, no? So it is and. Again, this is entire sentence, then and. So hi, safe. This is to inform you that I'm not well today, and I won't be coming to office, but I'm available on call. This is the entire sentence. Wherever it is getting finished, it will use and. And after thanks also, there will be and. So you're going to join the sentence by using and. So to split the sentence, to join the sentence, we can use this way. We can use this in this fashion. Now, if I just create a list, let's say this is my list is equals to hi. And if I print my underscore list into 5, so it's not like 5 into hi. Output will not be like this. This list will be printed 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So into 5 means list will be printed 5 number of times, right? And if you write down print my underscore list plus my underscore list, the list is added twice. Means list will print 2 times. Right? Then let's create a list consisting of numbers. Let's say we have these numbers 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5, let's say. If I print length of numbers, it will be 6. Length means how many elements do you have? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 elements inside this list, right? So length is a function that we use to check the length of the element or total number of elements. And one more thing over here, if you observe this, it is not sorting this numbers, right? It remembers the order in which I am passing the elements. So 2 is first, 5 is last. Even though 5 should come before 6, if you want to arrange this, it should come before this, right? 2, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. It should be like this. But it is not arranging this. So it is ordered collection of data. This is known as ordered collection of data. What is ordered collection of data? It remembers the orders in which you are passing the element. So they call it as list is an ordered collection of a data or elements because it remembers the order in which you are passing the elements over there. Is it clear? This thing. So in order to sort this, what you should do, there are two methods. Either you can use sorted function or sorted methods. I want to sort this nums and I'll use just print before that to sort this. So it is getting sorted, right? This is one way. Second way is dot sort. So nums dot sort. And if you just print this, it will again sort this. Print nums dot sort. This is another way. Then you want to find, suppose, maximum number of this list. Print max of numbers, NUMS. The maximum of this is 9, or minimum of this number is also fine. It is also 2. So maximum is 5, 9, minimum is 2. Right? And we can create a nested list. Nested means, see, right from now, from this point onwards, we are going to use this fancy term, which is known as nested, which means a list inside a list. So wherever there is a nested term, which will appear from this point onwards, we are going to understand at this point itself that nested means something inside something. So whether it is nested loop or whether it is nested list, means list inside a list, or nested loop means loop inside a loop. Is it fine now, everyone? So let us try to create a nested list over here. Nest is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I print nest underscore 1, sorry, is equals to should be there to define the values. Now, in this list that we have created, this is your 0th element, this is your first element, this is your second element. So nest of 1 would be this part, right? If I just write down nest of 2, it should be second part, this one. Or if you write down nest of 0, it should be this first list. So nest of 0, and then if I write 1, then what is happening? Nest of 0 is going to get this thing. Inside that, this is 0th element, this is first, this is second, and this is third. So nest of 0, 1 is 1, nest of 0, 2 is 3, nest of 0, 3 is 4, like that it will happen, right? And obviously you can use this indexing concept over there. Nest of 0 to 2. So you are going to get 0 index element, 1 index element. You're not going to get the second index element, which is nothing but exclusive of the operand. So this is what we have for a list. Now, if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask for the list concept.
Vipul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are using the indexing last part, the 0:2. So the first parameter is a starting index, and the second parameter indicates the index or number of elements.
For which cell number? 61.
Yeah, 61.
Uh,
Yeah, the first, the 0:2, right? This one.
it will start at this zeroth element. It will end at the second element in this list. What is your zeroth element in this list?
Yeah, zeroth element, I understand that. But what I'm asking is the end parameter is the number of element or the index of the element.
End parameters means you're asking about two.
Yeah, the two.
It is a index. It will not be a number of elements.
It's a index. So index means it should print the third also, right?
No, why it will print third. See, to clear this doubt, I'll create one more list for an example.
Mm.
Is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many elements do we have?
Yeah, 5.
5 elements, right? If I just write list of 0, 3, what should you get in the output?
It should get up to 0, 1, 2.
Right.
Okay, then it's number of items to be printed.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
Mm.
See, what you can consider is, for an example, if you just write down 4 to 5, then is it number of elements that it should print? It's not like that, no? Right? It is index only. But remember, in a list, if you write 2 to 4, you'll only get index elements which has index 2 and 3. You'll not get this 4.
Okay.
Here also, for I in range 10, if I write 10, and if I write print I, you're not going to get 10 over there. You're going to. So you should not remember that it has a number of elements. You should remember it has index 2, 3, 4. But 4?
Okay, Vipul.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you.
Hi,
All right.
Vipul.
Yes.
Could you go to the 61st only? Here, I just want two lists are there, right? I just want to get the output in all the elements in a single list. For that, which function we are going to use it?
You want to get output in a single list.
Yeah, all the elements in the single list.
Okay.
Just like a concatenation.
What you can do is, it's not possible in a single way. You can extract nest of 0 under certain variable, let's say A, nest of 1 under certain variable B, and you can concat this A comma B or something like that. But in a single function, we don't have a function which will directly give you this.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right. So basically, list is ordered. To just summarize this topic, we can say it as list is first point. It is ordered. Second point is changeable. Third point, it allow duplicate values. So ordered means it remembers the order in which you are passing the elements. Changeable means you can change the element. Allow duplicate value means it can consist any number of duplicate values. So 4 can be there n number of times. You'll get that in the output. Moving further, you are going to see a data structure, which is known as a set, which does not allow the duplicate element. So that's why we have added this point. It allows the duplicate elements. Is it fine now, everyone? Is this in clear to you?
Yes, Vipul.
Okay. Nobody is getting any error over there. If that is the case, then this batch is very excellent, I can say. Split, pop, and join methods will work only with the string or other data types. Split pop methods works with any data structure which consists of which is allowed to change. So we have pop method in other data structure as well. We have pop method in which we are going to see tuple. In that as well, we have pop method. So it's not like it is only related to your string. See, for an example, let's say I'm creating a list over here in which I have this elements, and if I write down list.pop, it will pop the elements, right? Even though it's not a string, it's an integer over there, right? All right. So this is what we have for a list. Now we can go to the next data structure, which is tuple, or we call it as tuple as well. So I'll write down this second as tuple. So what is tuple? It is a data structure that is similar to list in all aspects except the way in which they are declared. So this is declared by using the round bracket or parenthesis, and how much they allow themselves to be modified. So it is it differentiates itself in that aspect. In this aspect, first is the way in which you are defining this. Second is how much they allow themselves to be modified. So this is very stubborn data structure. It does not allow itself to be modified. So we can write down a tuple once created, it cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. So you are not going to, or you're not allowed to use append. You're not allowed to use pop, remove methods in this. We'll see this now, how to create a tuple. For an example, I want to create a tuple. So I'll write down this. I'll open the parenthesis. In that, I'm going to add elements. And obviously, tuple can have elements of any data types. It can have Boolean, it can have complex number, it can have string, it can have complex number as well. Now, suppose I want to add an element. Let's say I want to add 6 over here. I'm getting the error. What it says? Tuple object has no attribute append. It means you are not allowed to use this append function inside this tuple, which is nothing but it is not allowed to be modified. So it is known as immutable data structure. We can call it as immutable, which means it cannot be modified, right? Now you would be having two questions over here. First is why they have created a data structure like this, which is not allowed to be modified. Why this is the case, right? So you will come across certain situations where you will find that you don't want to modify a data structure which is created. You don't at all want to modify that, or you are not allowed. You don't want someone to modify it as well. You don't want to give permission to any other guys who want to access your file. So list can be changed, and sometimes when you are storing an important information in a list and using it somewhere else in your code, you run the risk of accidentally modifying the list and losing data or corrupting it, right? So tuples helps you to solve this problem. To give you guys an idea about this, we can write down list. Suppose you are storing an information in a list and using it somewhere else in your code, you run the risk of accidentally modifying the list and losing the data or corrupting it. So your tuple or tuples will help you solve this problem. Right, so for an example, let's say you are creating a tuple in which you have latitude and longitude, or you are interested to create a data structure. You are creating a data structure in which you have longitude and latitude. So a geographical location basically. And you don't want to modify this. So what you'll do, you'll create this inside a tuple. You'll not create it inside a list. You'll create this inside a tuple. You'll not create it inside a list so that nobody will edit this. Nobody will be able to add any elements inside that. So second situation, which can arrive. So you can remember this point whenever there is a situation where you don't want to give permission to someone or other guys, you can use this tuple. So that's why they have created this kind of data structure. Is it clear now why tuples are like that?
Just one. Yeah, go.
Okay. Can you explain again the tuple? I have disconnected from the network. I have rejoined.
Okay, tuple is something which is created by using open bracket, square, and round bracket. Second, it cannot be modified. So
Okay.
you cannot add elements, you cannot remove elements. You can try this. You cannot use pop method. It is not allowed. Tuple dot remove is not allowed. You want to remove 5 or 4. It is not allowed. So it means it is not, once it is created, it is fixed. You cannot refill it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
One doubt, people.
Yeah.
While I create a list using, some list using tuple, and if I mistakenly entered wrong variables, wrong values in tuple, then I can't edit it for myself, right? So in
No,
that case, I have to delete all the line and I have to recreate it.
no, no,
Is
no.
that the only way?
Suppose, let's say you have written 5.5, which you don't want, right? 5.5, you don't want. So what you'll do, you remove that. You do this. So this is allowed at the time of creation itself, but by using functions, you cannot add. By using methods, you cannot add or remove. So it's
Okay.
not that much important. Don't give that importance, that much importance to this data structure. It's just a data structure. By nowhere, you guys would be actually creating a data set by using a list, by using a tuple. This is not the case, right? What we do generally, we get the CSV file, we get the Excel file, and we do an analysis from that Excel file itself. So you'll not come across a situation where you are actually going to create a data by using a tuple. It's not, it will not, it will not be that case, right? For example, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to create a data by using a list. Suppose nobody will ask you to create a data by using a list. Say this data, right? For our simplicity to understand the Python, its different functionalities and different data structures, we are going to learn this. But nowhere you guys will be actually creating a list or tuples. We'll create some. We'll be actually creating this in very rare scenarios, right? So it's not like your question is valid, but it's not like you have to create a tuple, you have to create a data, and then you will do analysis on that. It's not like that, right?
Okay, Vipul. Understood.
Perfect. All right. Now, uh, let's see few important points for tuples. Or let's see, let's create some tuples and analyze that. Okay, so it does not have n number of methods just like your list, because it is obsolete, right? It is discarded. You cannot use this pop, remove, append. You cannot use that. So in order to create a tuple, you can use this Baker Street and 5.8. Suppose I'm creating this list. And if I just print first and let's go tuple of 0. So I'm going to get the first element, which is Monty Python. Then I'm created a city tuple in which I'm adding the city and a few values related to something like that. 72.814.1853. And if I just print city underscore tuple, and this is how you can assign values. New tuple is equals to city underscore tuple, which we already have seen in the case of list as well. New underscore tuple. And now see, new underscore tuple, I want to add at the first index position, I want to add this 13.8877. I'm not allowed to add assignment operator as well, right? In the case of list, suppose this is your list. And if you just write down list of 1 is equals to, let's say I want to assign 15 for this. You're allowed to add this, right? So at the first index element for the list, you're allowed to add or change the index element. But here it is not possible. Now next is, suppose I'm assigning b is equals to city underscore tuple of 1, or let's say -1, starting to -1, then start to end. And if I just print b, city underscore tuple is this from start, nothing is there means from start up to -1. What is a -1 element? 72.81. But it is exclusive of the operators, it will not take this thing. So start means Mumbai 18.9945. You are going to get. So it's just like writing down from 0 to 0, 1, 2, from 0 to 2. But here we have used negative indexing, which means last element. And if I just write down print length of b, so it is 2. And one more thing, the last part for the tuple. Now, what if you want to add elements in the tuple, what you will do over there? Now you'll ask this question. Suppose I want to add elements in the tuple. What should I do? So the best way is to convert it into list first. Convert it into a list first, and then you can add the elements. So that is allowed over there. So you have to convert tuple into a list. C is equals to list of B. Now, nowadays, earlier this was possible. Nowadays, this method is also not, you're not allowed to use this to convert it into a list. Earlier it was there. Let's see if it is related to Jupyter Notebook only or this case. So what I'm trying to say is, earlier they used to create a list by using this operator method. So A is equals to list of, and you can add element A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma like that. But now it is not allowed. A is equals to list of 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. And if I print A, see, list is expected at most one argument, got 5. Okay. All right. List of 1, suppose. Just a minute. City tuple is, where is the city tuple? This is our city tuple. Let's take this. Next is B is equals to city tuple this. And C is equals to list of B. Here it is taking. Can you see this? Okay. Can you guys try this in your Jupyter notebook? Because my version is earlier one. That's the reason it is not there. Can you just try this out and let me know if it is happening in your case or not?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, in Jupyter notebook.
Yes.
Okay. So you can create a list by using this thing. Let me restart and run all this to do the last try. So it is known as operator, list operator. And you can see it over here as well. This list constructor, not operator. So list is a method or constructor to create a list. So list of and consist of these elements.
I think what happened is it overwritten. You created a variable with the name list. I think it overwritten the method.
Which one?
On the line 57, you created a variable with the name list.
Okay, that can be the case, right? No, it's not I mean, I am trying this before as well. I have tried this before as well. In the earlier version of Jupyter, it's not happening. See, now I've changed this, right? List to list one. No.
Vipul,
Mhm.
uh, after restart the kernel, it's working.
Sorry.
After restart the kernel, it's working.
After
Uh, Need to restart the kernel.
just a minute. Suppose if I create this, see, this is also not allowed in my version. Yeah, what is your question? What are you saying? After?
It's not it's not working also to me. I restart the kernel. After that, it's working.
Okay. For me, it's not working now. I restarted the kernel.
Okay, okay.
For me, it's not. I tried this earlier as well. That's why I'm sure that it will not work in my case. Yeah, anyway, you remember this point that you can create a list by using this. You try this in your notebook, everyone. It will work. Try this same thing. Okay, all right. So what I'm trying to say is you can create this into list. You try this out. Now we have a tuple, right? We'll create that tuple into a list, this point. And then you are going to print C, or you can add elements, whatever you want to add. C is 0 dot format dot format C. And then you convert this C into tuple. Then print C is now a tuple. And then 0 dot format C. If you do this, you're going to get the output for that. Means you are converting that into a list first. And then again, you're converting that into tuple to format this. To add elements, you can use this method. So basically, you will convert that into list first. Suppose, let's say, I have converted this tuple into a list, right? Now I can use append method. Let's say I want to add this city. It is allowed. If you see C, it is this. And then you can change into tuple. Let's say this C is equals to tuple of C. C is equals to tuple of C. Now you will check C. So you have Mumbai, this point, this one, and Pune. So in a nutshell, you can change tuple by converting into a list, and you can add elements. That can be possible. Is this thing clear to you, everyone?
People, my end, a list is not working. It's showing it list object is not callable. Like that.
Yeah, same is the case with me. See here, it's not. You are getting this right. This
Yes, yes.
yeah. So it is related to your Jupyter notebook.
Okay.
You try this same thing in Colab, it will work. Right?
Okay. Collab, okay. Google account, right?
Sorry?
I have to try the same code in Collab, right?
Hmm.
Collab will be in Google account.
Colab is it is Google Colab. If you search this Google Colab, you will be able to
Okay. Okay.
not on Gobi platform. All right. So that is what we have for this thing. Now, next dictionary. The next data structure that we have is a dictionary. So third data structure, the dictionary. The first thing that comes to your mind when you hear about dictionary is Oxford Dictionary, where you can look up meaning of words. And so you can imagine how dictionaries work. A dictionary is a collection of words along with their meanings or simpler explanations, right? At a broader level, you could call a dictionary a mapping of words with their synonyms or meanings. So it is same like this thing only. You create dictionary with a curly bracket. Second, it is a ordered collection of data. It is immutable. Sorry, it is mutable, meaning it can be changed. Can change the element. And it is nothing but key value pair. Key value pair. Now, how do you create a dictionary? You will create a dictionary by using a curly bracket. So dict, D-I-C-T is a dictionary that I'm interested to create, in which I'm adding this value, let's say 1, 2, sorry, let's say layers is equals to Virat and Rohit. And I'm creating another key runs. So this is my dictionary. If I print this, you can see that dictionary is created. If you just check type of this DICT, it is a dictionary. Right? Now, this is known as keys, and these are the values for this key. So key is player, players is key, and these are the values. Runs is another key that you have, and these are the values for the runs. Now, if you just write down dict.keys, dict.keys, these are the keys that you have, players and runs. And if you write down dict.values, these are the values that you have. These are the values for these keys. So it's a collection of key and value pair. Now, second is, let's say I'm creating one more dictionary, bio underscore data is equals to name is Bob Marley, comma, age is 35, height is 5.6 feet, hobby is music. And if I just print bio underscore data, so this is what we have for the dictionary. Now, I am interested to only fetch a specific value or specific key from this dictionary, which is hobby. So I can write down this. Hobby is equals to bio underscore data of hobby. And if you just print hobby, you can see that it is music. So only one thing is printed over there. Similarly, you can write down age is equals to bio underscore data of age. And if you print the age, it is this thing. Now you can use get method to get the values. So if I just write down bio underscore data, the dictionary name dot get and age, I'm going to get that value over there. So get means what is the value for this particular key. For age, the value is 35. So get is the method that we use to get the values. Right? Now, the next is how to add a key inside this. How to change the value. Suppose I want to change age to 36. What I'll do is I'll write down bio underscore data of age is equals to 36 and print bio underscore data. If you run this, age is changed to 36. And how do you add a key, comma value? Is suppose I want to add one more key to this dictionary, which is profession. Bio underscore data profession is equals to finger. So now if you just check the dictionary, you have successfully added a key under the name of profession. Now suppose you want to get a list of keys, you write down print list of bio underscore data dot keys. 1, 2. So it says that it is not callable for me, but you can try this out. Print you will get the output. Write down this, get a list of keys and get a list of values. Print list of bio underscore data dot values, open and close bracket.
I have one doubt, Vipul.
Yeah.
When you changed, we did that C is equal to tuple of C, right?
Mhm.
In that you have written dot format
Mhm.
bracket 0. I got confused on why we are doing that. Is that a syntax or
Yeah. Can you remember yesterday only we have
format dot 0?
done that formatting. So it's just like, just a minute, where is that? This thing.
Okay.
Format. What is format? You want to have this in the same format ABC like this. So 0 index position, 1 index position, 2nd index position. Format it to ABC. This is what it means. And
Okay.
where it is used, where I have used that. It's in here.
Yes.
Yeah. So format means I want this in which format? In this C format, like that. So it's just a function that we have, that's all.
Okay.
You are using a string like this combination, you should use that format, right? Technically, let's say if you ask Gemini to answer this, that is another way in which you can frame a string.
Okay.
See, C is a list. You are printing C. C is 0 dot format C. In a formatted string like that.
Okay.
So this is what we are doing, no? So that is our format. That's why you're using format. Whenever you want a format, whenever you want to define a format, you should use the format function.
Okay. Which means here I'm changing the list to tuple. So that's why I'm using this format. Am I correct?
No, actually,
Mm.
you want this, you're formatting this string, no?
Okay.
Whenever you're doing string formatting, you should use this format function.
Okay.
Whenever you change it from list to tuple, it's not like that. See, you want to do some formatting in this string output, right?
Yes.
Suppose is now a tuple of 0. This is your own formatting, no? And from where it should take reference as a reference this C.
Okay.
So you're referencing this C over here like that.
Okay. Okay, Vipul.
Yeah. As of now, I understand you'll find it little difficult, but don't worry about this. This is not the only case. So you can rely on forgetting this part as well if you are not comfortable with this. We have n number of functions, n number of methods, ways in which you can do formatting. But yes, remember to, I'll tell you one hack to learn any programming language. You use this multiple times in your use cases, you'll become habitual to this and you'll understand it by your own as well, right? So what I can suggest is even though if you're not comfortable with the, or if even though if you're not understanding this, you try to use it multiple times. You'll understand it by yourself only.
Sure, Vipul. Thank you.
Chalo. All right, then. Are you guys getting the output for this, everyone? Yes, everyone. Are you guys getting the output for this? All right. I can see few responses in the chat. Similarly, we have a dict constructor, which you can use DICT to create a dictionary. So Jamaica, comma songs is equals to one love, comma misty morning. So see, for me it is not working. For you, it will work. I'll do same thing in Colab. I'll get the output. So dict is a constructor that we use to create a dictionary. So this is your second way in which you can create a dictionary. First way, you can open a curly bracket to create a dictionary. Second is you can use a dict constructor to create a dictionary.
I'm getting the output in Jupyter Notebook itself, Vipul.
Yeah, is it done, everyone?
Yes, Vipul. I got the output in Jupyter Notebook itself.
Yeah. All right. So next is Yeah. Yes. Suppose we have two dictionary right now. Here I am not having that, but okay. You guys will be having two dictionary, biodata, this one, and this new dictionary, NEW, new dictionary. For me, it's not the case because I have created by using dict constructor. Let me just create it quickly. Okay, not found. Defined. Okay. It should be in quotes, obviously. Songs is not defined. It should also be in quotes. They should be also in quotes. So I have two dictionary now, biodata and new dictionary. Now, what I want to do is I want to add these two dictionaries. So I'll use bio underscore data dot update new underscore dictionary. And if I just print bio underscore data, both the dictionaries are added over there, right? So it means in biodata dictionary, you are updating new dictionary over there. So these two dictionaries are added. Right? In biodata, new dictionary is added. So update is the method to update or add two dictionaries out there. And from this dictionary, I want to delete songs. So from the biodata, I'm deleting directly the songs. And if you just check what is there in biodata, so it is added. I mean, not added, the songs is deleted over there. So you can use delete keyword to delete that particular dictionary values or keys. And another thing is you have the length as well. You can use length function to find the length of the dictionary. So this is what we have for the dictionary. You can try this out. You can practice this to get the output. I'll give you one more reference from which you can learn or practice Python. Is this website particularly. You guys might know this, which is widely used for all the other programming languages as well. Second is this one. So here also multiple things. You can practice n number of things over here. Or if I just write a Jix for Jix list in Python. So I've given these two references from where you can study Python by yourself as well. Now this is all about the dictionaries. I'll give you one question now. This is as part of your homework. You have to do this and we can solve this in the next session. The first question is, from a dictionary input, or let's say the dictionary name is input underscore DICT. input underscore dict is equals to, this is our dictionary, right? Suppose Monty, comma, profession, singer. You have to get the value of a key label, which is not a part of the dictionary in such a way that Python doesn't hit an error if the key does not exist in the dictionary. Python should return NA, means not available in that. So this is your first question. Second question is, these are basic level questions only, not that difficult. Second question is, extract the company headed by Tim Cook from the dictionary. Jack Dorsey, Twitter, comma, Tim Cook, Apple, comma, Jeff Bezos, Amazon. It's like Indian guy as well, Mukesh Ambani. Right? So these are the questions. You have to extract the company headed by Tim Cook, which is Apple. How we'll do that? We'll write down that dictionary name. First of all, you create this dictionary, that dictionary name and Tim Cook. You'll get the Apple over there. So these are the basic questions that we already have studied. And the next level 2 question could be, you have to create a sorted list of all values from the dictionary. Input underscore dict is equals to Jack Dorsey, Twitter. I mean, same, we can take same, no? This thing. You have to create a sorted list from this input dictionary. How do you create a list from a dictionary? You have to research about this, read about this. Okay. Now, the last data structure we'll study as of now for today's session, which is sets, and we'll stop here for the day. So this is last type of data structure we'll look at. Sets are a good way to get unique elements out of a collections or to find common elements in various collections. Using sets is quick and can help you solve tasks requiring deduplications. What do you mean by deduplications? See, now I'll explain this. As I've told in the beginning, I told that you have a data structure which does not allow duplicate elements, which is this set. So it store elements of multiple data types. That is first case. Second is it's unordered. Very important point. Unchangeable. And does not allow duplicate elements. Unordered, unchangeable, does not allow duplicate elements. What do you mean by unordered? Let us try to see this example. I'm creating a set. Set is also created by a curly bracket, but the fact that it is different from a dictionary is it does not have key value pair. You can directly add values over there. It does not have key and value. So for an example, I'm just creating a set over here. And if I print this set, I'm going to get this in not in the same fashion that I'm adding over there. Can you see this? Here I've added 12 as the first. It is at this position. So it is sorted by default. So this is known as unordered. Second point, unchangeable. What do you mean by unchangeable? You cannot change it once it is created. So this set dot append 4. You cannot add this. Remove is not allowed. Sorry, 4 is not there. To add this point, unchangeable, I'll write down like this. It is not in the same fashion like your tuple. So you might relate this to tuple. Unchangeable means once it is created, you cannot change its items. But this is a very important point. You can remove items and add new items in the set. We have seen this thing. Addition is also possible, like this set of 4th position. You want to add this. You can add this. Addition is possible. We'll see that how to add element. Let's say for this you don't have append function. We have another function which is add. So I want to add, let's say 15 over here. And if I print this set, I'm going to get the 15 over there. So even though you forget this point, that is also possible. I mean, you can, you don't rely on this fact because it will confuse you. It will create a confusion. So just remember, it is unordered. It does not allow duplicate element, but you can change the set once it is created. Right? But they call it as it is unchangeable. Now, for an example, let's say this set you have in which you have, let's say, apple, banana, kiwi, and you have another set in which you have another list. Let's say you have mango, and let's add one more fruit, watermelon. And what I'm doing is this set dot update. What I want to update, I want to update my list inside this. And if I just print this set, I am successfully done. I've added a list inside it set. Can you see this? List inside a set.
Vipul, here in this set, it is unordered. It is sorted. Like you have added mango and watermelon, so it should be a last. But now mango went at first. So in how it is sorting? In
Right.
what terms it is sorting?
Yes. Uh, Just a minute. Here it is a list and a set. That's why the case is like this. Let's try to create two sets. Then see what will happen. Here's a mango, then apple, then watermelon, then kiwi, then banana. Okay. It has added it automatically, but I'm not able to figure it out the sequence in which we have added. Totally random. Because even though if you consider this is first, this should be second, this should be third, this is fourth, and this is fifth. Randomly it has added. We don't have any control on that. For an example, let's create one more set. Is equals to. Let's create now sequence wise A, B, and cherry. Suppose, right? Set 2 equals to D. Suppose D, suppose this is then E and F. So set dot update set 2, and if you print set, D is first, A is second, C is third, this is fourth. So there is no any rule to add this. Can you see the pattern? We don't have any control on that. Randomly it will do.
Okay, Vipul. But in previously when we deal with numbers, it was perfect. Like
No,
it was
here
from ascending.
here we are just creating a set. No, then that is fine. If you just see my list, so even though let's say I'll add one more thing, apple 2 suppose, and if you print my list, then that will be sorted. Can you see this? Even though mango is first, it is coming second. Why? Because that is a set. But
Okay.
once update, then that is not in our control.
Okay. So basically, if we merge two sets, it is not in our control.
Yeah,
But for a
update,
single set, it will be sorted
yes,
perfectly.
right.
Got it.
Update does not have any control of arrange or what you can say sorting thing.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you change the square bracket, right? Set means you have to use the curly brace or square bracket.
Set is curly, no? Set is curly.
Yes. You tried square bracket also for second set, right? Minus.
Yes. What we are doing is, what I did is, I'm adding a list in that,
Yes.
and I'm updating a set inside this. So what do we mean by update? Update means you have this set, which is a set itself. This is a set. In that you're adding a list.
Yes.
So you're just adding elements in the list inside this set. So by default, structure will be set only if you use update. The structure will be set only. It will not be a list.
Okay. But the order will be random.
Yeah, order we do not have any control on that.
Okay.
Update.
Also, can you quickly go through for that previous sections? Somewhere you have used a colon inside the curly braces, and somewhere you have used normal brackets. So I'm getting every time syntax error. I'm doing something wrong there.
Perfect. This is what I was waiting for. Can you share your screen quickly?
Yes. Every time I'm doing somewhere wrong.
It's totally accepted. See, I told you do n number of errors in the beginning sessions. That's 5 to 10. Because if you're doing this error, others will learn from your error itself, right?
Yes.
First thing, list is not callable. Go to your first error. Tuple object does not have append. That is fine because you cannot add elements in tuple. So you're not allowed to use append function in tuple. Is it clear, this one?
Yes. Yes. That I got it.
Scroll
That
down.
only you told to try in collaborate.
No, no, no. In
Or
tuple,
tuple itself, it won't accept. Okay, got it.
right, right. List is not callable. You do this in Colab, you'll get the answer for that. Scroll down.
I have to try after the session only. Also, can you please share your notebooks for our reference in Drive?
Yes, I will share this. I have given in your drive as well. You check your drive. You can see that.
Okay. Here I try the
Now,
list.
is not callable. Same thing. You do this in Colab, you'll get the answer.
Okay.
Dict is not
Mm.
callable. Same thing. Biodata is not defined. So invalid syntax. Yes, yes.
Right, I
Now we'll
have to give in curly braces, right?
no, no, no. Curly is fine. Yeah, you can use curly. Second point is, see, country, unless and until you don't write down in quotes, it will treat it as variable. What do you mean by variable? You have to define country is equals to something before, then you can use that. Here,
Oh,
country you have
okay.
not defined, so you should use that in string. Country should be in string. There only, not there. In a
Here
uh,
itself you have that.
where you have country, where do you have country?
I didn't add country.
No, no, not there. In biodata is only, you remove this. In biodata, can you find country? That should be in quotes. Because that is not a variable, that is a string.
Okay.
Same for songs. Right?
Yes.
So I'll tell you what is this error is all about. You add a cell just above to this cell.
After
189. Just add a cell. Blank cell. Yeah, press A, no? A. Outside of that. Press A now. Now, just write on country. That's all. Run this now. Name country is not defined. Means you have not defined anything under the name of country. Now, if you write down country is equals to, let's say, India. Country is equals to, in quotes, India. You have defined a variable name over here, right? Now, if you print country in the next line, print country. Now run this. You're getting the out. Why? Because you have defined that variable, no?
Yes. So here, this country will not consider as a variable. So this will be a string, right?
Right. This is a string, so it will not throw the error. If you don't write down in quotes, it will treat it as a variable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Then go to next. Now you run this. Is it you're getting the output? No output. Okay. Okay.
Not asking to listen here.
Now see, you are defining a dictionary, no? So for dictionary,
Yes.
it is semicolon. It should not be equals to. So country, wherever you have country is equals to Jamaica, that should be country, so semicolon Jamaica. Above as well, above. Above, in line number 1. Country is equals to Jamaica.
Here.
Yes. Very first thing, you go to view option. Can you see file, edit, view? Show line numbers. Add that. Now, yes. Now you'll not get the output for this even if you run, because this is DICT constructor you are using in the line number 3, which you will
Okay.
get output in Colab, because
Okay.
I'm not getting the output for that. Now, invalid syntax. Again, same thing. Country should be in quotes. Song should be in quotes. Now you'll not get the output. You do this in Colab, you'll get the output, right?
Okay, fine. Okay,
Okay.
this is the doubt I have, where I have to use the colon and where I have to use the bracket. So
Perfect.
DHCT, we have to use this colon, right?
Yes, right. Excellent.
Okay.
Wherever there is a string, I mean,
Okay.
you should differentiate string and variable. You should be able to differentiate string and variable.
Okay, that I got it now. Here also I did the same mistake.
In line number 1, it should be this one, round bracket. But still you'll not get, because you are not using Colab.
Okay. So we will try for in Colab.
Rest of the things are fine. This is also 173, you'll not get the output, because you should try this in Colab. Apart from this, if you have any questions, you can ask.
We will ask in next session. Definitely we will try for this in Colab. If we have any doubt, we will mark it down and we will discuss on next section.
All right.
So we need some time to test for this.
Yes. That's totally fine.
Can I stop my share?
Yeah. All right. So, this is what we have for the set. Now to remove, we have seen this. So you can add, you can remove. Yes, that's all we have for this. Let me check what is remaining for today's session, and then we'll see if something is there or not. That is fine. One more thing, just like your constructor, DICT or list, we also have a constructor for set as well. So you guys need to write down this point. And if you use a set constructor followed by students underscore list 2, it is not callable for me, but 100% you guys will be getting output in Colab or in your latest version of Jupyter Notebook. Right. So if you just print students, you can see that students. You'll get the output over here, A, B, C, D, E, F. So new thing that you have studied, set constructor, DICT constructor, list constructor, and tuple constructor. Second way of defining a set, dictionary, list, and tuple. And what is the first way to define set? use a curly bracket. To define dictionary, use curly bracket with key and value pair. To define a list, use round square bracket, and for tuple, use round bracket. So this is your first way. This is your second way to define your list or data structures. Now this will complete your data structure part. Now I'll give you a few questions that you should solve by the as part of your homework. Okay. Do you guys remember this set operation, set union and intersection operation, which you guys might have studied in mathematics? Do you remember this? Union and intersection.
Yes.
So what is union? It takes all the elements. And what is intersection?
Only the common values.
Right. Intersection means it will take common values in between this. So only 3 will be there. Right? Same
Yes.
thing we can have in set as well. But that is something which I personally feel it's not important. You can still learn that. We have intersection and union method. So let's say set 1 is equals to, I have A, comma B, comma C, comma D, and comma E. I have set 2 as well is equals to D or B, comma C, comma D, comma A. And if I write down set 1 dot intersection set 2. So common elements A, B, C, D. Can you see this? Let's say I just change this to only A and B. The only common elements you have, right? Same thing, you can do it by union, which will be nothing but all the elements out there. So A, B, C, D, E, G, H. So this is union and intersection, right? Now, one thing which is very important over here, which is nothing but duplicate elements are not allowed in set. Now let us try to create duplicate elements in this. So set is equals to, I will create a set in which I'll add few duplicate elements. And in the output, if you just see set, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even though 4 is twice, 7 is twice, but it's not there. So it does not allow duplicate elements. Now you can have a question over here. What gets printed with the following set of instructions? If I have nums is equals to a set in which I have 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. If I print length of nums, what should be the output? This is your question. Can anybody answer it quickly?
4.
Sir, 7, sir.
It's after filtering out like distinct numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 4.
It will be 4, right?
Yeah.
So if you see nums, even though if you have 7 or 6 or 7 numbers, 3 and 3, 7 numbers, but it will not take duplicate elements. So the length will be 4 only over here. right? So to conclude in this session, you learn about most important Python data structures, and now you have an idea how they can be used. The various types of data structure that you learn about are list, tuples, dictionaries, and set. In the next session, we are going to deep dive into use of control structures and functions, and you'll use these data structures to perform various tasks. So that's why we have learned the data structure. So the next session would be your use of control structures and functions. And you will use this data structures to perform various tasks. Right. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. I'll quickly upload this notebook on your drive. Say 3/6. So okay, I've given this on your drive. I'm sharing the drive link as well over here. So that you can have access to that. Okay. Anybody have any questions, any doubts, anything to discuss?
Vipul, can I find the syntax for all these data structures in the two links that you have given?
Yeah, you can find that.
Okay. Okay.
Additionally, I'll just give you just a minute. Okay, few questions you can discuss. We can do one thing in the next session. We'll have a small assignment related to this data structure. We'll solve this live. So I would be actually giving you guys few questions, and you need to solve it. The questions could be, you have to create a list. I mean, I would be creating a list, and from that, for an example, let's say nums is equals to range. This is my list in which I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to print number underscore range 0, 4. And if I print number underscore range 4 to last, comes it. Now the question is, You have to print odd numbers. Question is, you have to print even numbers from this list. And question is, you have to print the number which is divisible by 3. Right? You have to do this, everyone. Print odd numbers, even numbers, and print the numbers which is divisible by 3. So the questions could be like this. Then you have to find maximum, minimum of this length of this list. We'll solve this in the next session. Right? You just give me a reminder. Once we'll start next session, we will be actually doing this exercise for 30 minutes, initial 30 minutes. And then we'll see the next session, which will be your control structures and functions. All right, then, if you don't have any questions, I'll take silence as a no. We'll stop here for the day.
Thank you, Vipul.
Yes, so thank you
Thank you.
and happy learning. Bye.